You're trying to manifest your new reality. Maybe it's a new job, a new relationship, whatever it is, and it seems like the universe is just giving you crickets. Today, I'm going to break down with you why manifesting feels harder when you're burned out, especially for women. And by the end of this episode, you're going to learn a simple and easy technique that's going to bring you results super fast. So first, let's talk about the typical way that manifestation is taught. I'm sure you've all heard that manifesting is all in the mind. So you focus on visualizing your future, writing affirmations, trying to keep your vibration super high, acting as if, creating the vision boards. And yes, they can be super powerful tools when your body and mind are aligned. But if you're burned out, that's when the body and mind become disconnected. And that is what makes manifesting super hard. So if you're saying, I am manifesting abundance, I am rich, I am wealthy, I have everything that I desire, but your nervous system is not getting the basic things that it needs to feel safe, it's just not happening. So here's what actually happens. When your body is burned out, the nervous system stays in a survival mode and it is constantly scanning for danger. So when you sit down to visualize or try to script out your dreams, your body doesn't recognize that as safe. It sees it as a fantasy when the system is struggling just to get all the resources it needs to survive.
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Manifestation requires openness, but safety has to come first. And let's keep it real. Sometimes your own desires can trigger even more fear and anxiety. Maybe you go on Instagram and you're seeing everybody post their dream lives, and as much as you want that, it triggers this deep feeling of jealousy or envy or feeling like that will never be you. All of these desires that we could be having could actually be triggering even deeper levels of anxiety. So this is why the technique I'm going to share with you at the end of this episode will resolve all resistance. I'll give you a prime example that's happening to so many people right now. The instability loop. Many of us have been laid off. And when you're experiencing a layoff or you've had the rug pulled out from underneath you, this shakes up your stability core. Even though you can have the best resume, you're showing up to the interviews, you're putting in the applications, because you've had the rug pulled out from underneath you, you're also in a space of fear or feeling like it's going to happen again. So we get stuck in this loop. Stability is one of the most underrated things that we need as human beings. And whenever we're doing things that creates instability in the body, rather we're skipping our meals, we're not having a routine, we're sleeping at random hours, there's no consistency in our day, that creates instability in the body as well. And as boring as it is, the body loves having consistency every single day. That's what's going to allow for your nervous system to actually begin to calm down because it will gain a level of trust. So now that we have a deeper understanding about the nervous system, let's talk about what actually happens in the brain. So when your nervous system is on high alert, the brain will start to reroute energy away from the prefrontal cortex. Now, your prefrontal cortex is the part that is responsible for creativity, imagination, and powerful visualization practices. And instead, the limbic system of the brain, which is responsible for fear, anxiety, emotional memory, and survival instincts, ramps up when we're burned out. So that means when you're trying to visualize, the brain literally is having trouble accessing that part of the brain because you're under so much chronic stress, and it seems like all you can focus on are your fears and anxiety. It's like trying to paint this beautiful masterpiece, but the fire alarm keeps going off, and all of that creativity gets completely scrambled. So once you start to calm the nervous system, that's when the brain will shift back into creative mode again. Now that we talked about the nervous system and the brain, I want to break down why it's especially hard for women. Men operate on a 24-hour rhythm pattern. Their primary hormone is testosterone, and that is the hormone of stability. So once men learn manifestation techniques and they build trust with those techniques and they work, it's easy for them to keep going and compounding those manifestations. But for women, we're a little bit different. We operate on a cyclical rhythm, anywhere between 28 to 35 days. Our energy, our creativity, our emotions rise and fall throughout our entire cycle. We move through phases of rest, growth, expression, and release. And that's just with a normal cycle. And when you're burned out, that rhythm gets completely disrupted. And here's the part that many people don't share. Hormones heavily impact your brain and your creative capacity. And when burnout leads to hormonal imbalance, your mood, focus, and intuition shift drastically. If you have too much estrogen in your body, this can actually overstimulate your limbic system. Remember, the area responsible for anxiety, emotional memories, and your fears. This can make you more emotionally reactive and anxious, completely throwing off your manifestation power. So it's not just your mindset that's blocking your manifestations, it's also your hormones and nervous system that are playing a key role in your brain. Now, while I mentioned that it can be harder for women to manifest, I'm going to share with you something even more powerful. When a woman's hormones are balanced, in tune with her cyclical rhythm, and manifesting from her body's natural flow of creativity, her manifestations become far more potent than a man's. Why? Because she's not forcing energy, she's channeling it. She's not manifesting from the mind. She's manifesting from the womb, nervous system, and creative life force that's already built into her natural design. When women understand their cyclical nature, they stop pushing and start attracting. So this powerful design that's already built within our systems is far more powerful than just being consistent with your mental manifestations every single day. Now, this is exactly why I've created the Pleasure Wire, the community that's designed to help women with hormonal burnout. And every Monday, we do live sessions so that way you can learn how to work with your body's natural rhythms to become deeply magnetic and attract your life's desires. It's completely free to join this community. Just click the link down below. So now that you understand how your hormones, brain, and nervous system all shape your creative power, let's do a simple practice together. So for this practice, you're not going to manifest the end result of your manifestation, but we're going to manifest the very next step that leads you closer to your desire. Whatever feels super attainable to your mind and doesn't trigger a feeling of unsafety in the body. So for the next few moments, I want you to close your eyes and let's take a deep breath in. Deep breath in and release. Deep breath in and release. Deep breath in and release. And just imagine what it would feel like to receive the very first step to receiving your desire. Feel how easy it is to come to you, how safe it feels to have it, and the gratitude of already having it. Let your breath match that energy, feeling soft, steady, and safe. Know that your desires are already set, that your request has been received, and it is already done. Receiving doesn't require pressure or urgency. It just happens naturally when you feel safe. You've just completed a powerful manifestation technique that will accelerate your desires coming to you. This is how you build momentum without triggering resistance. The more you do this, the faster your energy opens and more things start attracting towards you. And the bigger things flow in effortlessly.